Hello!
Yeah.
We are live for our not so weekly reading sprints.
As long as it happens.
That's all that matters. The usual checking for.
Hold on.
Ang dilim ko ba?
Yeah.
Sharing on link. We're live. Red. Saan red na circle eh? Oh my God, yung pinicturean ko yung laptop ko for the Instagram stories.
Mm.
Puro fur yung keyboard ko. Kitang-kita sa picture. Yaman na tanggapin ko na lang.
Ano yan?
It's my
Sprinkles.
life. Yes, I have accepted my fate.
Magaling. Hmm.
Story
Hindi ko
shared. Natatawa pa rin ako dun sa first sa laptop. Kamusta naman ang week mo, reading-wise? Have you
Wait.
been reading? Or,
Ay, bakit ako nag-peace? Inaano ko na nga lang yung labo. Ay, ang pangat ng tulad. Ngayon pa ako nag-inert.
Parang horror movie. Hello, hello. How is everyone? Sobrang init recently. Hindi ko alam kung dyan. Pero sobrang init.
Kaya nga ako gustuhin ko man mag-shirt for like the sprints. Parang ako hindi ko talaga kaya.
Ako sobrang hindi ako presentable. So hoodie is my savior. Bahala
Hindi
na
kasi
yung
ako
kuryente
nag-on
ko.
ng ano tawag dito? Ako nag-on ng aircon. Ang mahal ng
Isip ko
Meralco.
na lang, 4 kami sa kwarto. 2 aso, 2 tao. So, sulit na
Valid
siguro.
naman. Justified.
Bawal may lumabas. Bawal magbukas sa electric fan sa labas. Dito lang tayo lahat.
Lalabas yung aircon, lalabas.
Ah. Oh my gosh.
Okay, reading-wise, so, I was, checking my tracker, as in yung sheet, Google
Yeah,
Sheets.
Excel. Yeah. Excel. Google Sheet.
Ang dami ko nabasa, pero kasi puro siya graphic novels and manga. So, I have been catching up on Jujutsu na parang, I think I was able to read like 10 volumes or like 9 volumes this week.
Sabi ng sister ko, lumabas na daw yung second season? Something
Yes.
like that?
Pero ongoing pa.
Okay. Pero is that why you're catching up? Because
Hindi
lumabas
right.
yung second season.
Parang, ano tawag dito? Well, yes and no. Parang nag-stop kasi ako.
Thank you for that question.
Nag-stop kasi ako months ago. Parang tinamad ako. Like, shit, okay. But like, the fact that I know a certain arc will happen, parang ako, shit, kailangan ako mag-catch up. So, yun.
I
Tuloy-tuloy na.
watched lang I think I watched lang first 3 episodes yata ng Jujutsu. Wala pa rin, hindi pa ako bumabalik sa anime mood.
Feeling ko right now, nasa ganong mood ako since I started the
manga.
reading vlog last week. Kasi I was mostly, it's a reading vlog where I read only manga or graphic novel.
Mm.
Doon nag-start parang ako, okay, shit, medyo nasa mood ako. So, might as well read Jujutsu
Go
kasi
with
nga,
it, yeah.
tapos na. Ganun naman ako with manga. Parang it's either
One time,
I
big time.
parang it's either I just read 1 to 2 volumes, tapos
Or all of it.
isa-set aside ko siya for like a year or two. Tapos,
Uh, this is the cycle. Actually, parang naalala ko din, nung before when I was reading manga, ganun din. Either, pag nag-start ako magbasa, ang ano kasi niya, ang bilis niya basahin.
oo.
Parang pag nag-start ka, gusto mo lang tuloy-tuloy na hanggat wala ka ng like volumes to read. Actually, ganun din ako.
Kaya ako kasi gusto ko medyo, like, mas gusto ko complete na siya. Like, gusto ko,
Yeah, para walang
oo.
cliffhanger.
Kasi nga, ayoko yung weekly. I'm not the type to, like,
Mm.
be patient enough to wait for weekly
Yeah, yeah,
release.
yeah. Ako before, yung mga may weekly, like, kung nagbabasa ka ng shoujo na manga. Tapos weekly, parang sobrang bitin na bitin. Alam mo, pag shoujo,
Diba?
halos barely may nangyayari sa isang,
And depende
hindi
pa
pa nga volume eh, isang, ang tawag doon? Chapter? Ano
chapter.
tawag? Chapter
Uh,
ba? Oo.
yeah, chapter naman yung releases niya.
Oo.
Na
Sobrang
parang,
bitin.
parang iisipan mo yung 1 volume, let's say 9 to 10 chapter siya. Tapos
Mm.
weekly, parang it takes 2 months just to finish like one
Yeah.
volume.
Yeah.
Actually, yung naging motivation ko, I think it was 2022 birthday haul or 2021. Parang it
Mm.
was that time pa na binili ko yung
Jujutsu?
one of the latest volumes. Yung pa yung latest volumes nun, which was like volume 11. And it was my
Mm.
favorite character kasi si Nanami. Tapos parang ako, sobrang naiwan na. Volume 11 pa ng time na yun yung latest. Tapos parang ngayon, sobrang dami na.
Wait, so you read it, physically?
Yung isang volume lang. Literal
Ay,
isang
isang volume.
volume.
Ay, yung favorite volume. Actually, meron nga ako isang gusto. Hindi ko alam kung nakikita mo. Ay, kita ba?
Hindi
Meron
ko
ako
makita.
Full
Nasa
Metal
metal.
Alchemist. Ayun.
Ah,
Na panood ko na yung buong thing multiple times. Like,
mm,
one of my favorite anime, yung Brotherhood. But hindi ko pa nabasa yung manga. Kasi was like, matagal ko na siyang plan na video na babasahin ko lahat.
mm.
Pero, nung before ko pa pinlan yan, nag-start ko na i-collect yung isang edition kasi sobrang gusto ko yung quality,
Yeah,
itsura. Naisip ko, favorite ko naman siya, so might as well collect. Kaso,
justified.
ngayon, yeah, gusto ko yung video, like reading everything from start to
Ah,
finish. Eh, hindi ko pa complete kasi ang mahal niya.
ilan pa yung kulang?
I think, siguro mga 10
Look,
to 12, ganun.
10
Pero
to
ang
12 na.
maganda,
As
ang
in 10
maganda,
to 12
finished,
volumes pa.
finished, ano na kasi siya, di ba? Finished manga.
Completed
So,
volume.
may end naman yung ano ko. So, hindi ko alam kung kailan ko ma-film yung video na yun kasi
Ade, i-digital mo
may
na lang yung
budget
natitira.
constraints.
Like reading everything
But,
pero half digital.
yeah, pwede. So, yun nga lang, yung ang nakakainis, yung copy ko kasi, hindi kasi siya lagi may stock sa stores. So, sobrang
Hmm.
random niya, like 1, 4, mga ganun. Hindi sunod-sunod. So, parang awkward lang. Anyway, sige, let's transition to what are you reading for this print?
So I will be reading The Only One Left by Riley Sager. It's his latest release this 2023. So long story short, it's about this caregiver. I think the year is around 1980s, at least the setting of the book. There's a caregiver, and desperate times call for desperate measures. She has to work for this mansion where an old lady who was rumored to have murdered her whole family like 50 plus years ago. But she wasn't like, convicted or anything. So yun yung aalagaan niyang yun yung aalagaan niyang old person. So, how about you?
I am 70% in Yellow Face. So actually, I
Mm.
think I'll probably finish it in the middle of the sprint. But yeah, I'm sure everyone knows what Yellow Face is. It's R.F. Kwang's latest book. It's a standalone, and it's basically there's it's a story about this female Chinese writer, Chinese American writer, who's like very famous na parang ano siya, well-known writer, won lots of awards and everything. Then one day she dies tragically. So one of her friends, who is not Asian, I think he is American, like
Yeah, white.
American Western. Yeah, he's white. She's white, and she witnesses her death. And after that, she decides to basically steal one of her unfinished manuscripts and publish it as her own. So that is the gist of it. So
So far,
far,
how's it?
yeah, since I'm 70% in, so far, it's fun to read, very entertaining. Pero I feel like RF Kwang can be a little bit heavy-handed with parang the messaging that she's
Mm.
trying to convey, or like the themes and anything. And I'm still trying to decide if it's like on purpose or if it's just her style. Kasi when I remember I read a couple of chapters of Babel, I'm not done with it yet. But ganun din yung vibes ko at the start na parang I get it, I like the story, I like the premise,
Yeah.
I like the world building, but it always feels a little heavy-handed. So hindi ko alam
Mm.
if it's just her style na parang um pero sometimes kasi it feels like yung heavy-handedness niya parang she's doing it because she doesn't want to be misunderstood or
Mm.
misconstrued yung meaning niya or yung whatever messaging she has. So, ewan ko, parang hindi ko lang sure how I feel about it. Pero it's entertaining. I'll give her that. It's a parang interesting premise, very entertaining. Yeah. That is what I'm reading
Well,
so far.
I think I have to read it this year at least.
Mm.
Kasi
It's
nasa
very
kasi
fast to
Goodreads ko
read,
talaga siya.
super fast. Like ano lang siya, 320 pages.
Wow, akala ko naman yung fast read mo parang 150, gano'n. Magkaiba tayo ng definition of fast read.
The girl kasi contemporary siya. So parang sobrang bilis
Ang
lang
haba pa
ng
yung
basahin.
300.
Sorry kasi minsan yung mga romance novels ko mga 500 pages.
Oh my God. Ano yung fantasy? Girl, Jade City nga wala pang 500 eh.
Wala ba? Hindi ba siya 500?
Diba?
400 something.
Oo,
Di ba?
parang 400 something. Siyempre katabi ko eh.
Ay, wow. Ready? Prepare. May
Tama.
visual
Okay,
aids.
if kasama yung extras, 520. Pero if not, it's 495.
Oh, wow. Sige, pagbigyan na kita. Hindi siya 500. Hindi pero mabilis lang talaga. I mean, ewan ko, it felt very fast to me. Hindi ko alam, when did I start? I think I started this the other day, pero hindi ako nagbasa yesterday. Like, nagbasa ako 2 pages, gano'n.
Hmm.
So, medyo, like, mabilis siya, I
I
think.
have
I don't
the
know.
audiobook borrowed on Libby naman, I think. Parang I
Mm,
just keep on delivering it later.
yeah. Try mo na. I think, hindi ko alam kung, like, good entry pa siya to RF Kong. Baka, pwede. Kasi, di ba, ay, you've read Poppy
Copy
War, right?
War,
The first
yeah.
one?
Oo, I liked it naman. Like,
Mm.
it's really good. Pero kasi fantasy yun. So versus this
Yeah, yeah,
one,
yeah. I mean,
yeah,
Babel fantasy din,
totally
Dark Academia fantasy din. So,
different.
yeah, baka kaya mas jarring sa akin yung heavy-handedness ng messaging niya kasi real life contemporary setting siya versus with fantasy na usually may ganun namang themes na
Uh-uh.
baka, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Dami sinabi. Sige, I'm gonna set up for the first print.
25
For
minutes na ba?
anyone joining us, yes, 35 minutes. For anyone joining us, feel free to leave in the comments what book you're reading. Or if you're doing something else, it's okay. You don't have to be reading. Yeah, I will start the first print for 25 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, I don't know what that was. Wait, ano ba, ano ko? Ma-
That surprised me.
Okay, okay. I just picked the first gamified thing because I remember
Mhm.
that
Not
was
the
what we
coin
used.
one.
Yeah, but apparently there's a Mario and a coin. Hello. I'm reading The Mammoth Hunters by Jean M. I don't know how to pronounce that last name. The Mammoth. I haven't heard of that before. Let me just check. How was your reading? You just started the book, right?
No, 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 no. I
Oh,
already
yeah.
started
Okay.
last night. So
Okay.
took note of where I started. So I started around the 21% mark. Now I'm at 25. So I keep thinking if I were in the situation of the main character. So
Yeah.
for everyone that's tuned in to our sprints, I'm reading the only one left by Riley Sager, and it's a thriller book, mystery thriller book where a caregiver has to take care of an old woman who was rumored to have murdered her family decades ago. And um, this is also a question I'm going to ask you. Like, let's
Mm.
say the pay is really good. Like,
Mm.
you're set for life.
Yes.
Let's say, and let's say you work even for just 6 months. Like, the pay is that good. Like, would you do it? Like, let's say you're capable of like caring for an elderly person, but
Wait, what
knowing
is the situation? Like the elderly, like what's off about this situation? Except for the fact
well,
that
what's
you're caring
off
for an
is the elderly woman is suspected of like murdering
yeah.
her family in that very home.
Would I do it? Uh,
It's a
mm,
mansion, huh? So it's kind of
well,
creepy.
in general, I'm not very good with older people. Like in general, so I feel like this is a recipe for a disaster for me. I don't know. Would I do it for the money? I'd like to think that yes, and then I'm not gonna be bothered by it. 6 months, it's only 6 months, blah blah blah.
Mm.
But then, really, when it comes to it, I feel like I wouldn't do it. How about you?
I feel like um, I might consider it. Like,
Mm,
even though I'm kind of scared of like probably haunted places or whatever,
mm,
because like with this book, the way that it's described, it seemed like it's like a haunted house, mostly because of
mm,
what happened, because of the
mm.
tragic thing that happened. I feel like I'm going to consider it.
Because it reminds me of this other Riley Sager book that you recommended that I'm listening to, which is
Lock every door.
Lock Every Door, where you're like put into this situation. It's lots of money, blah blah blah, but
Okay.
then something is weird. But this one, there's no other person. Like you're
Yeah,
just
it's
living
just a partner
alone in a
living.
house, right? In a weird apparent. I haven't gotten to the point where it's weird, but it's apparently like a weird things are happening in the house. I feel like that I can do because I don't know. But then if there's like another person who is like I guess accused of something like that, I feel like that would be harder for me. I don't know. I don't know, but the money.
Ah, yeah. There's also no like Wi-Fi, no cell service because like it's the 1980s
Yeah,
supposedly.
I'm
Let's say it's a
gonna go crazy.
modern times. Like there's
Maybe
Wi-Fi,
in
your
modern
Kindle.
times. Maybe in modern times I might be able to do it because I feel like I'm just gonna like focus on there's like so many distractions. I feel like I can do it, but if it's like not modern times and I'm like I'm just forced to. be with the person. I mean, especially since you're considered a caregiver, so you really
Yeah,
have to
yeah,
take care of the
you
person. You're
have
not
to
just
literally take
there.
care of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not very good at that. So yes, it is the Mario tune. I am so sorry to everyone who was very shocked by it. I have changed it to
I think
the
that's better
less.
than the Disney the
You don't
Disney
like the
fight.
harp, do you?
Yeah, that's more surprising. That's more
Um,
scary. What's everyone reading though? What's everyone else? How
um,
is Yellowface so far?
so I read 10% more, so I'm at 80% now. And I don't know where it's going, honestly, because I feel like in the beginning, the whole sort of like tension was that is she gonna get caught or not, right? That's sort of
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
whole thing that you're following. It's the theme throughout the whole thing, but it's now to the point where some things have happened, where and you're kind of like the shoe has dropped basically,
Okay.
which I don't think that's a spoiler. Like I'm
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
sure,
yeah. I think
yeah,
eventually, yeah.
yeah, the shoe has dropped already, and things have started to happen, but I'm not sure like what the conclusion is going to be. Like, where is it gonna go now? Because the whole shoe dropping is not the climax of the thing. It feels like
Mm.
it's just part of the story. So I don't know where it's going. Right now, it's a lot of like you're in the POV of the white person who stole the manuscript. So it's a lot of that person convincing herself that what she did was right, that it wasn't that wrong, that um, the person that she stole from isn't that I guess innocent, if you will. So it's okay. A lot of that. So I don't know if
Mm.
I'm just getting tired of that thing happening again and again and again, like in her head, because she's trying to justify things in her head, or I don't know. It just feels a little bit repetitive on that front. And the whole thing that I mentioned earlier where it feels kind of heavy handed.
But
I
I
don't know.
feel like you'll definitely finish it
Yeah, I think I'll
eventually.
finish it. Because I feel like the 80% the page count includes like stuff at the end, I think. So probably even shorter than I think. Just joining, going to be reading Three Sisters. I don't know that. I know we have one who's reading the Mammoth Hunters, which is a
I think
historical
both are
fiction.
historical fiction.
Yeah, it's a third book in a series. Oh. And then we have what's the name? Three Sisters. I don't know this book. Three Sisters
By the
by
one who
Lawrence
wrote The Tattooist of Auschwitz.
Auschwitz. Oh, is it part of the series? Because it says the Tattooist of Auschwitz 3.
Yeah, it's the third one, probably. Because I've been
Read?
seeing the second one, like Silka's Journey. I hope I'm
Yeah.
pronouncing it correctly. I was also seeing that around.
Yeah. Have you read this? It's on my TBR, the Tattooist of
No,
Auschwitz.
I've had the first one on my TBR
Hmm.
for so long. So
Yeah. I think I even like I found out about this book through like just seeing it in the bookstore. But then I still haven't read it. I love historical fiction. Do you have a favorite genre? Do I have a favorite genre? I know that I have a genre that I keep gravitating towards, but I don't know if I can call it a favorite. Like I'm almost always reading fantasy of some
mm,
sort. Like I feel like every other book that I read is fantasy. And I don't
mm,
know if it's just because there's just a lot of them that are popular, a lot of them coming out.
yeah,
So it's like what I see all the time, or if it's like a favorite. I don't know. Well, if I were going
yeah.
by my favorite book right now, then it's definitely fantasy because it's Jade, like the
Having
Jade.
an existential
Fan.
crisis right
Yeah.
now.
And then on the other hand, the other genre that I keep reading, like in alternation with fantasy, is like romance. But I need to
Mm.
like I don't know, cleanse my mind of the fantasy with romance, and then cleanse my mind
What
of the
could
romance with
be a
fantasy.
genre you're mostly gravitating to?
Yeah, so I feel like right now it's fantasy. How
Mm.
about you?
I mean,
Horror, thriller.
hold on. Hold on.
How about you? What are your favorites? Hello, happy Thursday. It's the third one, and I'm enjoying it for what it is. I have to start reading this book, Court of Silver Flames, today. So, what are your thoughts on the first three books? I think right, Court of Silver Flames is the fourth one. I have not read any of them, but
Sorry.
I have watched like plot summaries for the first three books. So I know everything that happens, but I haven't read it. Just talking about A Court of Silver Flames.
Okay, my phone, my phone's alarm went off, so I had to get that.
Yeah.
But
So I wait. You haven't answered. What is your favorite genre?
I mean, it's also a hard question to answer, but I'm gonna answer it by I think if ever I'm in a reading slump or like most of my mood readings that have been happening, it's mostly mystery thriller slash horror that I will
Yeah.
sleep up. Like I think that's also my most read genre ever.
I think. Also, every time we do reading sprints, you're almost always reading some like thriller or mystery. Like almost always.
Yeah, I guess
Like
it
ninety
really
percent of
depends
the
on
time.
my mood. Like there would be times that, kind of in the mood for fantasy, but most of the time it's really mystery thrillers. It's just very quick,
Hmm.
sometimes no brainer genre.
Yeah. I feel like for me, I really like fantasy because it's so easy to escape into. Like
Mm.
I appreciate like a good contemporary novel, a good like lit fic, but then if it's like fantasy, it's so easy to like get lost in a new world. So I feel like that's why I like it. And then for me, the no-brainer read is always like romance, just because it's like it's fun to read. I feel like it's super fun to read. Um,
Thrillers are also easy to escape to because, like, in my head, I'm like, okay, someone has it worse than I am right now. At least
I
I
don't
know
know if this says
instead.
anything about us, but oh my gosh. Currently reading the
Ooh,
the cat. Is that an actual book or the
I
cat
feel like
of
it is.
yeah? Because you have like the emoji of a cat. So of Monte Cristo. Oh my God, Monte. I cannot spell.
Oh, it's cute.
Wait, what is it? Why can't I see it? Why is
Is
it
it?
not on?
There's no
Why is it?
genre categorization
It's
though.
not on Storygraph.
Maybe
Wait,
it's
is
on.
it a game?
Hmm.
Is it a game? Or I searched for Cat of Monte Cristo and I got a Steam link. Ah, yeah, yeah,
It's
I
a
see. It's
mystery.
okay.
It's a mystery
It's
book.
BK Baxter.
Yes.
Okay, because there is like search for it. Cat of Monte Cristo Steam. There is one. It's like a story RPG.
Okay.
I thought that it was that. Or short RPG parody based on the Count of Monte Cristo. I haven't even read the Count of Monte Cristo.
It's fucking long. I am not even gonna
That's what
attempt.
I yeah, that's what I heard. I think it was in when I was in high school, we had a very
Mm.
good English, like an English literature teacher,
Yeah.
and she's like very passionate about it. So that made the class fun. And I think one of the our like last books that she assigned us to read, she made us choose between what's up Dostoevsky, Crime and Punishment, and The Count of Monte Cristo. And I think everyone chose Crime and Punishment because I think it was shorter. Like we don't know
It's still
anything.
pretty long, but it's shorter.
It's still long, but it's shorter. So we don't know anything about the books then. But it was actually quite fun. We did like a whole play of the whole thing. Like we transformed our classroom into like a theater and did a very you know how those, budget cosplays, but this was like budget plays, like super scrappy plays of the book. But it was fun. It made me like remember everything that happened in the Crime and Punishment, even though I haven't read it in years. Only one left right now. Nice. Chapter 18. So tempted to buy Yellow Face. Luck Ever versus Pam and Gerald. Highly recommends it. I
Yes. Love
actually really, yeah, I actually really like first few chapters of Lock Every Door. So I only listen to it
Mm.
while I'm on commute. So I haven't gotten very far because I only have like a 30-minute commute. So I haven't listened that much to it, but I feel like I really like sort of
Ah,
how
you're not
Riley
done
Sager.
yet.
No, I'm not. I'm like
Ah,
I just
really?
I just got to the part where she just got the apartment.
That's still very far.
I know, like I'm not done yet. Because I'm listening to like bit by bit. But I like how. Can you hear my dogs?
Yeah, at least they're
but
not
I,
fighting.
yeah, but I like how Riley Sager is setting up like the scene.
Mm.
Because I remember when I was reading what's the other book by Final Girls,
Final,
Final
yeah, final girls.
Final
I think.
Girls, right? It's not the Final something support group. It's the other one, right?
No,
The
no, no.
Final
The final
Girls.
support group is a different author.
Okay,
Great,
but it's
great.
the book that's like the final something, the Final Girls. I think I wasn't like I didn't like it that much. That was just so for me. But this one I'm starting to really get into it. So and actually I feel like I want to read it, but the audio is actually it's kind of creepy because you're just listening to her like describe the
Yeah,
apartment and everything. But it's weird if I try to listen to it fast. So that's why it's taking me so long. I'm listening to it at like 1.25.
that's
like
slow for me.
an amateur audiobook reader. Oh, how are you liking The Only One Left? Let us know since you're kind of like I don't know. Are you past chapter 18 or no?
No, I'm on.
Yeah.
I just finished chapter 10, so
So
no spoilers.
how are you liking it so far? But no spoilers. I only read book one of Akotar. And love it. Can't wait to read the rest. I feel like if I read it when I was younger, I would probably like it. I haven't
Yeah,
tried reading it, but I have read some passages, and I guess it's just not my style now. But I feel like if I was younger, I would have really enjoyed it.
yeah. But I guess even when I was younger, I wasn't really enticed. But like,
Okay, with reading it.
yeah,
I love the challenge of reading classics, but I love horror books. I don't know. Classics. There's like one classic that I've been wanting to read. It's Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. Like I've
ooh.
been wanting to read it for so long,
Which
but I
edition
don't
though
know.
do you have?
I I just have I just got this on sale. It's BA Classic. What's
Ah,
BA?
that one, that one. Yeah, yeah, I've been seeing that in
Barnes
creepy
and
book.
Noble Classics something. I don't know with this one. It's got this. Barnes and Noble exclusive, yeah. I got it on sale. I think it's originally 15, but I remember I got it for like $5
Ooh.
or something like that. It was like on a super sale rack thing. It has like sprayed edges. But I haven't started it. I'm kind of intimidated. Now I don't know where to put
It's
it.
pretty short. I mean,
Yeah, I know it's pretty short, but I feel like since when it's a classic, there's sort of this pressure to read it more intelligently or something. I don't know. I feel like I need to like analyze it,
yeah,
really
like
dig
no
into it because
distractions. So I need
yeah,
like,
because I feel like sometimes you know how everyone says that classics can be super boring, blah blah blah, nothing special. I feel like the real charm of classic is when you really pay attention to like the whole between the lines thing. And I feel like
mhm.
I don't have the time for that yet. I love fantasy, historical, mystery theaters, and romance. See, I love all of those things too. I don't know if I have like a favorite. It's kind of hard. Have you read
So you know what
Misery?
I haven't read a single Stephen King so far,
Me too.
but I think there's this one. What's it called? I can picture the cover. It's like, hold on. I think it's
I
more of like
also
his
have not read
modern,
Stephen King.
one of his modern books.
I
Hold
keep
on.
seeing the book na it has these newspaper cover. Like the cover looks like a newspaper. I
Is
keep
it
seeing that.
11/22/53?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I keep seeing that, and I'm kind of intrigued by it just because I like the cover. I don't know anything about it.
Ah, okay. The Outsider. I have that on my TBR as well as The Institute. I have that on my
The
TBR.
Institute is something that I also have on my TBR. If you were for people who have read Stephen King, what do you think is a good book to start with him? Because he's also like one of those kind of intimidating authors, and his books are super long. And a
Yeah.
lot of people say that his writing style is not easy to get into. So let me know if you have read quite a bit of Stephen King, or if you've read something and you really like it, please do recommend. Because I want to read a book from him. I don't know where to start. Cat of Monte Cristo, BK Baxter's, yes, super cute cover. Is it kind of like a cozy mystery?
It looks like it.
Seems like yeah, a Nola trail, Nola as in New Orleans, New Orleans suburb. Yeah, I haven't read a cozy mystery in so long. I read Account of Monte Cristo. How did you like it? How long did it take you to read it?
I feel like if it's
Reading it takes.
reading it in school would be a totally different experience. Because
I
like
think
you're
I
like,
would actually like that. I think I would like to read it in school. I don't know. I feel like maybe if someone's like guiding like the discussion and stuff, I would
"Hmm,
probably enjoy it more. I'm reading it next week. Good luck. Why did you decide to read it? What's like the what made you interested to read it? Why
is it
can't
to
I
compare the cat and the count?"
the count? Or was reading did reading this book made you interested in Count of Monte Cristo? Because I know that one I personally have not read any Jane Austen books, but there
Yeah.
is this one parody series. What's her name? That's like
The
inspired
zombies
by
one?
Jane Austen. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is it the
Uh,
zombie? Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. I think.
Zombies? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's like the one of. Oh no, it's not. It's not this one. What was it? Was that there's this like series of mystery novels or like mystery thriller novels inspired or like a parody of Jane Austen books, and that made me want to actually read a Jane Austen book. So there is like a case for parody books actually inspiring you to read the source material. Trying to look for it because it's
I've
a series.
had
I haven't continued the series yet.
I've had Pride and Prejudice as a physical copy for so long, like years. I still haven't like got it. I feel like it also has to do with the edition that I have. It doesn't look enticing
Really?
to read.
Why is it like tiny
Yeah,
tiny text
it's
or
a tiny paperback
yeah, 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 that's super
with like
difficult.
small text. I'm
Small
like,
text, yeah.
no, thank you.
Pride and Premeditation is the book that I read. So it's not the Pride
Oh,
and Prejudice and
I've
Zombies
never heard
one.
of that. Wait.
So it's a historical fiction mystery, and it's super it's super fun to read. I know enough of Pride and Prejudice from like the movies and all, so it was still fun to like connect the dots, like what scene this is trying to copy. And actually, I should probably read the next in that series. I should finish that. Count of Monte Cristo is the third and last book from Mr. Series, and they're all inspired by classic books. First is The Great Gatsby, and
Mm,
second is The Catcher in the
that's
Rye. Oh
true
my
in the
god, that
right.
is so cute. I am gonna add that to my. Is this on? Oh, it's not on Kindle Unlimited. Let's see. I'm gonna search for it in Libby.
It's like it's
Good
going to make you
morning.
want to read the source material just to compare
Then I'll add more more
the
to my
sample
TBR.
bits of information.
Yeah. Good morning to you. It
Hi,
is 8
Athena.
p.m. for
Welcome
us.
back.
We are doing great. It's hot, but we are surviving. I know that it's weird because I'm wearing a hoodie and I'm saying it's hot, but
And I'm
but I have I have the air conditioning on because my dogs are also dying.
the weather's been weird. It's like last week it was raining so hard, it was chilly. Now it's not.
No,
It's like
it's like super humid. Yeah. Like the air sometimes is heavy. I'm reading this cat series. It's kind of a smart detective cat. The first book was free in Amazon, so I decided to pick up the classics
oh,
too. See, there is a
it
case for
is.
parody books, making you want to read the source material, which is pretty cool.
How
Let's
about
see.
anime adaptations making you want to read the source,
Mm.
play the source material?
Where is that? Was there like an adaptation that made you wanna read the book? The manga, or do you always read the manga first before watching the?
Not really. Not really. Depends. Sometimes I watch an episode or two first, and then if I like it, I'm gonna catch up with the manga.
Mm. And
But
then you
I
prefer to
remember,
read the manga first?
yeah.
Mm.
But I remember, let's say, back in college, like an anime adaptation of Romeo and Juliet came
Mm.
out, and I was obsessed with it. Like, obsessed.
Anime adaptation of Romeo
It's
and
so good.
Juliet. It's so good. What's the name? I'm kind of curious.
It's Romeo
Romeo
X
and
Juliet.
Juliet. Ah, okay. Romeo x Juliet, 2007. Fantasy twist. Wow,
Yeah,
interesting.
it's so good. Even the animation itself is really good. Wasn't what's the name of the Netflix anime that is actually a game with vampires?
Game with vampires? Oh my god. For some
It's like
reason,
the vampires are hot.
I'm just thinking about this one anime that I watched ages ago about the school for like vampires, and then there's this woman who isn't a vampire, and what's that? I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Vampire anime zero.
Vampire.
I still remember the name of the vampire that I like. Vampire Knight. For
Ah,
some
that's
reason,
not
that's
that
the
one.
thing. That's the thing that
Isn't
came to
that
my
an
mind.
old
Vampire Knight.
anime? Very old
It's
anime.
super old. Yeah, super old. It's
What I was
giving
thinking was Castlevania.
Castlevania.
It's
Okay.
originally a
Yeah, I
game.
see. I didn't know that. I always see it on Netflix, but I have not watched it. Oh my gosh, I miss this anime.
Vampire Knight. Oh my god, the ugly animation.
The animation is ugly, but during the time, it was like the vibe. It
Isn't it
was the
the one that
aesthetic.
had like huge eyes? As in they have
Yeah, yeah,
very
yeah, yeah. Huge eyes, very long limbs. It's the aesthetic of the time. But I really, really like. I was obsessed with this. I was making like Tumblr edits and shit with this. But then it ended up. I'm not sure if this. I mean, it's a spoiler, but I'm not sure if anyone's gonna care. But it ended up being like very incestuous
mm,
at the end. I know Pam is talking about Full Metal, and Pam is loving Jujutsu Kaisen. But what is your recent favorite anime? Wait, what is? Oh, okay, the name of the anime is Link Click. I was like, am I supposed to click a link? Link Click anime. I This is a difficult question for me to answer because I haven't watched any anime recently. But
mm.
the last one that I remember loving, it's not like new. It was new to me, but the last one I remember loving is Psychopass, and it's been a while
Ah,
since I was.
so good. I stopped
I
at season
love
one.
that. I watched everything. Like I watched all
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
seasons,
Yeah,
OVAs,
yeah. The
movies. Yeah, I
movie,
watched everything because I really loved the whole premise, like the
the
dystopian
concept.
premise, and all of like the moral things that are
Yeah,
going on.
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
it's actually very relevant, like information, your personal information, how much should you give away, blah blah. How much does
Don't have
that
the technology for it.
yeah,
Things
how
that
much does that information determine, your future? Well, it's kind of very relevant. So
yeah.
I really like that. And the animation is actually quite nice.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
So and the music I like that. So that was my most like recent favorite. It's not a new anime, but it was new to me at the time that I watched it. How about you? Aside from, I guess, Jujutsu Kaisen.
This so far I have two recent favorites. It's Horimiya for romance and
Horimiya.
Chainsaw
Super
Man.
cute.
So fucking good.
A lot of
Chainsaw Man.
people
So
love, like, I've been watching a couple of YouTubers in the past and they always rave about Chainsaw Man in the manga, as like the manga itself, that it's super good, one of the best, blah blah blah.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I
yeah. I
recently
haven't
it became
watched the
super
manga yet.
popular. Like I saw in the recent cosplay event that, or cosplay anime convention event that you went to, there
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like a
yeah, yeah.
cosplayer of the chainsaw.
Yeah, there's the chainsaw and the one
Super
with
intense.
the sword. I forgot the name of the character, but
Like how
this
did they
like
even see out of those costumes?
I think he has it as like a helmet ish. Because like
Ah, so
right
they're like
after
a
we were taking their pictures, he was like he has his head after. I'm like
how?
shocked.
Horimiya, I haven't watched it, but I've read quite a bit of the manga, and it's just super cute. Like
It's
it's
super cute.
super.
It's super cute.
It's like it's
Even
like
though
it's romance slice of life. I don't know if that's like a
yes,
genre, but it's not like a super explicitly shoujo romance
yeah,
where everything is super angsty and emotional and high stakes
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
whatever. But this one is just daily life.
Yeah, there's like
It's super cute.
not.
Is it still ongoing? No.
I think season 2 because I think I finished season 1, but it's ongoing. It's ongoing. The anime is.
Okay.
I already zoned in on like these other comment, which is to your
Okay.
eternity. Like, oh shit, that reminds me to actually continue
To
reading
your
it because like
eternity. Oh my god. To your
it's
eternity.
it's either to your eternity or to your something
I think.
immortal. But
Wait,
I
there's a lot of it. What is it? Is it a book or
it's the
a?
one with the silver haired
Okay, 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 okay.
kid.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because if I remember
Fumetsu no
correctly,
Anata.
um, you also need like your brain power for this because like it tends to be philosophical. Like it
Mm.
gets very
I
deep
like those kind of anime. Like kind of like Psychopaths where you
because
have to
this is
think a lot.
existential. It's
Mm.
existential because like um the person is a being. I feel like it's hard to explain because like if I remember correctly, it's like seeing the existence in the very beginning. It's like, for example, you start as a rock, and then
Mm.
like he
You get
gets to like
reincarnated.
yeah, kind of. I memory has because when I read
There's like a
like there wasn't even
there's
an
like a
anime.
one-liner about this. It says, Fumetsu no Anatae, or I guess that's the Japanese name, illustrates the story of an immortal being experiencing humanity, meeting all types of people in many places throughout time. It's a very
It really is.
philosophical
It is. It is. I
one-liner.
just haven't finished it yet. Oh my god,
Okay, I'm
it's my
gonna
pain of not
put
finishing
that
anime.
in my list of anime that I say I'm gonna watch, but I never do. I'm studying to go to college and I'm also studying for GRE prep 2024.
Oh my
Oh, I
god,
wish you
you're
luck.
old.
Yeah. It's been a while since I had to study. But I hope your studies are going well and I hope we're not distracting you too much by chatting. We're gonna start the next sprint soon. Hold on. We're gonna start it soon. Going back to Stephen King, the first book I read was If It Bleeds. Love it, but was not as scary as expected. But why did you love it? What about it did you like? If it's not, if it bleeds, if it bleeds. Oh, wait, there's a cat on the cover.
I
It's a
think it's
novella. Ooh, okay. Wait, it has. Oh,
also
okay.
one
I
of
thought
his recent works, I think.
interesting. I'm gonna add that to
I've been
read. Oh
seeing
my
this
god,
as
novella, 528 pages. What the hell? I was like, I'm gonna add this because it's a novella. It's shorter. It is 528 pages. What the heck?
It's a collection of four novellas in
Okay,
one.
okay.
In one.
Okay. Oh my God. 0:30, okay. I'm starting to college and my mom's finding good school for me. Oh,
Oh my
those
gosh.
are the
To
days. I
be
remember the days of like like going to so many entrance exams and stuff. The entrance exam season. Okay, I'm gonna start the next bit because we need to read. I need to
yeah.
finish the book. We need to read. I feel like we chatted longer than we read. Um, okay, let me put together 25 minutes and I've changed the tune so that we don't get surprised. And happy reading. Hello.
Hi, how was Yellowface? Were you able to finish it?
No, I'm 91%. Almost done. Next sprint.
The next, yeah,
I feel like the Mario one was better. It was more intense.
that
I
was
was
scary.
the only one left.
Mm, it's still creepy because it's alternating um the old woman's typing her story and the present day.
Mm.
So I think it's the old woman like the big question is it a confession or her declaration of
Mm.
innocence? So it's that
Mm.
kind of thing right now. But the house is only slightly creepy. So I
Mm.
don't feel the horror vibes, but I think that's not exactly the point. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I'm 30% mark, so I have a long way to go. So maybe it would pick up the more I read it.
What's creep? So the house in Lock Every Door is creepier so far than
I think
this, or is like a different kind of.
creepier because it's an old house. Like it's from the
Mm.
1920s and
Yeah.
it's by the cliff over the sea. So
Okay.
like teetering the edge of the cliff. I
For
think of
some
like
reason.
a series of unfortunate events. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can imagine.
but a mansion, so even
Yeah.
bigger.
Okay. Okay. Wait, what's your favorite Riley Sager? Is it Lock Every Door so far?
Yeah, it's really lock every
Okay.
door. Because like I was actually looking at how many I've read, and
Mm.
Lock Every Door is the only 4 stars. The rest are like 1 star,
Mm.
two
Wow, one
stars.
star. What? Which one is one star? Is it
Survive the
the?
night. Survive the
Ah,
night. Don't touch
really?
that. It's so fucking annoying.
Really? Okay. So, kind of hit and miss pala si Riley Sager for you.
Really super.
Okay.
Some liked Home Before Dark. Is it Home Before Dark or yeah, it was Home Before Dark. But it was okay. It was okay. I give that book 3 stars.
Okay.
No, the 1 star read I have was The House Across the Lake.
Yeah, okay. I think this was the one you said na parang it's apparently paranormal. Is that a
Yeah,
spoiler? I don't
I'm
know.
like, is it paranormal or is it
Yeah.
not?
It's not satisfying.
Nah, it's not. Survive the Night, I'm wondering why I give it 3 stars when I remember hating it.
For me, while I'm reading Yellowface, it's towards the end now, and I
Mm.
kind of know sort of what RF Kwong is trying to do. But there's this one bit that I really like where they're discussing the concept of some people like to leave something behind, like a legacy behind, like to be known for something, versus other people who would just enjoy the whole, getting a job to live the life, not necessarily trying to create something
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
I feel like that's a very interesting discussion because I find myself sort of like
In
swaying back
between.
and forth. Yeah, between it. I feel like sometimes I want to do something. I mean, I guess it comes because I'm kind of like on the creative side. So I kind of have that pressure to create something that some people I guess would remember me by. But then there are times where I just want to do something that gives me money to do my hobbies and just live day in and out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm just wondering what are your thoughts on that?
I think it's more of the same. Like, um, there's always this nagging feeling of like maybe I like maybe I'm meant for something more, maybe not exactly like being filthy rich or like
Mm.
creating something like the cure for
Yeah,
cancer
yeah, yeah.
extent or whatever, but more of like um touching more of people's lives.
Mm.
So, like, I don't know, creating a non-profit organization or something like that, but like same with you. Like at the same time, I'm like, I know for a fact that it's a privilege to even have a choice like that,
Yeah, yeah,
and be able to consider a thought like that
yeah.
versus like just living day to day and trying to survive. So yeah, it's more of the in between. Like there would be just times like, "Ugh, I just want to survive today," but then there
Mm.
would be times like, huh, I wonder what else I could do in life.
Because sometimes I feel like it's you know how we think na parang it's easy to just go to work and then at the end you don't think about anything else. You just do whatever you want, your hobbies. But then, for example, even with booktube, like for us, especially when we were super active, like we would go to work and then we would have to film and edit
Yeah,
on top of it.
edit. Yeah,
Yeah, and so it feels like there's nothing left remaining like in terms of time. So I'm just kind of wondering because they talk about it a lot in here with how the main character is a writer, but then her parents is kind of like telling her to find something more practical. Like always you don't have to always leave something behind. Like you could just live your life, something like that.
yeah.
But have an interesting discussion. I just saw my highlight. That's why I asked. I highlighted that part. I 315 pages in and chapter 29. Wait, are you reading? Wait, I'm not sure I saw what you're reading. I know that you were studying. Or is this like a page in your study material?
Yeah, Elena didn't share yet what she was reading.
Yeah. Let us know what you're reading. Are you studying to go to college? Yes, what are you
We'll
studying?
take that as a compliment.
Oh,
We'll take that as a
college.
compliment.
When was college? College was, oh my god, it was a decade ago. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's a long time ago.
Well, it's a compliment. Do we look
Yeah.
that young?
But I studied applied math in college. That's what I did. I don't know why I did that, but that's what I did.
College, I graduated college 2014. I studied marketing. A
Mm.
practical choice. As I
Same with
mentioned,
me.
that the other choice was nursing. So
Same with me. A practical choice. Oh my gosh. I don't know why I tortured myself with that for 5 years.
math, oh my god, I could never.
Okay. I think those are yeah. Are you like what percent are you in?
I am 30, 30.
30. Yeah. Okay, okay. So do you think you're gonna get to like half of it by
I
the end
don't
of
think so. I don't think so. I feel
Wait, are
like
you also listening?
no, no, no. For the
Okay.
first,
Yeah.
only because
It's
the
not
audiobook,
available.
yeah, the audiobook is in demand, and it's
Yeah.
not on Scribe. It's not
Hmm.
there. I'm tortured to read without an audiobook.
I tried it again. I tried to read again with because when I got locked every door,
Hmm.
I actually like it was the tail end of me borrowing the
Ebook.
ebook. Like I had like a day left. That's why I got the audiobook as well because I had like a day left and then the audiobook was available and I
Yeah,
couldn't renew the thing. I tried to read it. Still, it's still not for me. I still cannot.
still not clicking.
Yeah, it's still not clicking. Because I feel like I need to put it at like 2 point something speed to match the speed at which I read with my eyes.
Mhm.
Something like that. And then it would just become in my ear. And I'm like, why am I even listening to it? I'm not like understanding anything.
I guess I'm just used to like my eyes adjusting according to like the audio
The speed.
versus
Oh,
the
really?
other way around.
When I first started doing this, I was listening at 1x speed. And then I was like, I feel like I have to do this manually. to force myself to just read like with the speed of the audiobook. Maybe it's just not for me. I'm gonna set up for the third sprint
Yes.
to make up for all of the chatting that we did earlier.
Yes.
And I think I'm gonna finish the book on this sprint, so
Mm.
we'll see. Happy reading! Hello, hello.
Hello.
How's your
So I
reading?
assume you finished it.
Yes, I have.
And how is it?
And hmm, hmm.
It's a lot of
I don't
thinking.
know. Like it's not 5 stars, definitely. I usually like have a calculation thing, but in my heart, I know it's not 5 stars. It I
Okay.
feel like it's an interesting book to read because of the commentary. It was definitely entertaining, especially in the earlier parts when there was still this tension of will she get caught or not.
Mm-hmm.
But then towards the end, it felt very not preachy, but it felt like yeah, heavy-handed. Like she was trying to hit you over in the head
Mm-hmm.
with the message, and it kind of got tiring towards the end. The actual ending itself, I kind of expected. Uh, it kind of took a turn that I'm not sure if I like it or not.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that ending. I feel like it was okay.
I feel like I've read somewhere that it's supposed to be satirical.
Yeah, yeah,
Did
that's
it
what I
read?
it it definitely feels that. It definitely feels that because she talks a lot about the publishing industry, about the whole process of how it works in terms of the like the shady practices of
Mm.
publishing houses and the whole thing about token diversity and you know things like that. So it talks a lot about that, and it does feel very satirical, especially since you're in the head of um the main character who is a white woman. And it
Mm.
talks a lot about the whole race thing and how there's like reverse racism and all of
Mm.
those concepts. And it's interesting that you are in the head of the white woman because all of the how a lot of the times when people, I guess, accuse a white person of racism and things, there's always this whole thing about it feels like they're attacking them, they're not really doing anything, that they keep saying na why are you being racist, to be like reverse racism exists, that whole concept. And I know that if since we don't have that, like we're Asian, so it's hard for us to think from their point of view.
Yeah.
Kind of funny how their justifications, well, as you keep reading it, sometimes it kind of makes sense, but then if you step back and like realign yourself, you're gonna realize that it's this whole thing of they're trying to make themselves as the victims and everything. So it's very interesting in that sense. I feel like it's a good book to discuss. I wouldn't
Mm.
say that I like the entire book, but I feel like it's a good book to discuss things, and I that's probably what she was trying to do with it as well. It was okay. Would I recommend people to read it? I think so, yeah, because it's easy to read. It's not like a struggle to read, so I think it
But is
would
it
be.
something that should be taken seriously to a point?
I feel like it should be not necessarily taken seriously, as in like discussing the things that happen in the book, but I feel like it should just be something to open the discussion in
Mm.
the messages and in the themes that are in the book.
Yeah,
Because if you,
especially publishing
yeah, because I feel
industry.
like you could, if you talk about the book itself, like the plot and everything and what happens, it's not it's so obvious what it's trying to do to the point that it's kind of comical. That the
Yeah.
whole that the it's not like it's not good, right? Like, if you don't think of it from a satirical perspective, you would think it's like a very obvious, like very basic form of like storytelling or whatever.
Mm.
So I think that's not the point of it. I feel like it's more for like just discussing. Okay, I'm giving you all of this thoughts about racism, about token diversity,
Mm.
about
Do with
whatever.
that what you will.
Discuss.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a point of view. This is parang she distilled a lot of the thoughts of both sides, both the sides of the usual minorities and the sides of the non-minorities, and she just put it all in the book. So discuss. That's kind of like the vibe that I got from it.
Mm.
She always goes back and forth between um, the the merits of this, the demerits of this, the pros and of that, the cons of it. There's kind of like no sort of side that she's taking in a way.
Okay.
So I don't know. I feel like it's just it's a discussion book. I mean, like
Okay.
I don't know if that made sense. How about you?
Huh. Yeah, I'm still gonna read it though. I feel like it's something that you have to read to fully understand what people
Yeah.
are saying about it.
I haven't read and watched because I haven't watched BookTube in a while. So I haven't read or watched anything about it yet, like
Mm.
review wise. So I don't know what the general consensus or like what's the
I've been
popular sort of
seeing
opinion is.
mixed. very mixed opinions.
Mm. So I mean, I guess that probably makes sense now that I've read it, because
Mm.
there's not that there's an argument for both sides, but there's definitely discussion from both sides. It's fun. I guess yeah, it's fun. It's a fun discussion book.
It's 300 plus pages.
Go read it, then let's discuss.
Still have Mockingjay though. So, and it's already August 10. I don't wanna,
Yeah,
try
start
to
something new.
what do you call this? Fit reading it in 1 week again.
So how was the only one left?
Um, it's it's slow. It's slow.
Mm.
Like since the old woman. So I mentioned that she was typing her story
Mm.
down,
Yeah.
but it gets to like you're also feeling impatient. Same with the main
Oh.
character, the caregiver, because like it would make sense that you type who killed the family instead of
Yeah.
like going way back, like, oh, this was my childhood, this is why,
Mm.
this is how I was brought up, this is who my father was, my mother, blah blah blah. It's like, but I guess it makes sense storytelling wise, like
Yeah.
since we're just 36% through the book, so it doesn't make sense to like just hit you with who actually killed the family.
What are
So
your
it's
initial thoughts? Do you think that
no
she did it
expectation.
or she didn't?
I have
Or
no
like,
idea.
do you think that she did it or she didn't? Right now, what's your gut feeling?
I feel like she didn't. Like she was framed,
Mm.
and like even up to now that she's an old lady, I feel like she's being manipulated by,
Mm.
I feel like the, because like she still has um caretakers. So like there's the groundskeeper, there's
Mm.
someone who
People
cooks.
managing
So
house
there are still people
and
around the
the
house
people
aside from,
managing the estate.
yeah. So I'm like, I feel like she's being framed or like she's being imprisoned or controlled because like
Mm.
um the murders happened when she was like way way younger. So I'm like,
Mm.
there were a lot of times that you could have escaped, especially if like the people in town were already
Yeah.
talking about like you killing the family. So like
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense that you're staying. Like
Mm.
I'm assuming that they're filthy rich. So I'm assuming that
Mm.
the money would be passed down to her,
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
whatever. Like it was easier to escape than to stay. So I was like, I feel like someone else killed
Wait,
the
so
person.
who did she kill? Parents or like
Parents and the sibling. So like
ah
the parents and a
who
sister.
did she quote unquote kill?
Yeah.
Parents and a sister. Okay, okay.
But
One
like
thing that
all
I
signs point to her because like she was there, she was the only one
yeah,
left.
yeah. I
So
remember when I read Final Girls,
girls.
it's it's like I was kind of disappointed by the final reveal
Wait, I haven't
because
read it yet. So
I'm just saying, I'm trying to figure out how to say things. So I'm
okay.
kind of disappointed by the final reveal because it didn't feel like the work was done for that kind of ending. Like it was super surprising, but it feels like the
Okay.
work wasn't done to get to that surprise.
Yeah, it's just
And I don't,
surprising.
yeah, it's just out of no, that's how I felt. I don't know if I missed anything while I was reading it, but that's what I felt. So I don't know if that's your experience with other Riley Sager books. That's the only one I've read so far.
Well, at least with the other Riley Sager books, the common culprit is usually around the main character. Like it's
Mm,
not a new character that's gonna pop up.
yeah,
It's just
yeah.
gonna be around the main character. character. That's the common theme with
Mm.
Riley Sager books.
Maybe it's just that one that I'm not sure if I don't know if I missed it or not.
Actually,
I
it's
don't remember. I'm
just
trying to remember the exact things that happened.
it's just two more Riley Sager books that I haven't read: Final Girls and The
Oh,
Last
is
Time I
I know.
Died.
It's a vlog in the making. Reading the rest of Riley Sager's bibliography.
So,
Back. What do you call it? Backlist. Back is that
backlist,
backlist?
yeah.
Yeah.
But now that we're done with this third sprint, are you gonna start a new one?
I'm trying to decide if I just want to check out what people are saying about Yellowface. I think I'm gonna might watch a couple of booktube videos on it. But I'm working on a TBR because I'm not sure if you remember, but I participate in this readathon called Magical
Mm,
Readathon. So
mm.
it's this kind of elaborate readathon, and it's in August. I've I haven't like really fully created my TBR yet, but so far everything I've read falls into like a prompt, so that's good. So I'm trying to like finalize it now so that I don't keep on reading random books that don't fit the prompts. Because
I'm just trying to fit it in the prompt.
yeah, yeah. So I'm trying to finish this now. So at least the next book that I pick will be from this list. Because if not, I have like a It Happened One Summer. I have it on my on Libby. It's a romance book thing that's super
Oh, okay,
popular.
okay. The title is very like
Familiar.
polarized. It's either a thriller
Uh,
or a romance.
it happened. Well,
Oh, so it's not a thriller?
if you saw the cover, then it's definitely romance.
It's definitely
Yeah,
romance.
it happened one summer. It was kind of popular as this like super smutty book, but then it was like marketed on TikTok. Not marketed, like people on TikTok
Yeah,
kept saying that it was super spicy, super whatever,
yeah,
but then a lot of people read it and then it wasn't spicy at all. So that I'm kind of curious. I don't know. I don't even remember when I borrowed this. I just saw it again on my Libby and I'm like, okay, borrow. But I don't think it fits in a prompt, so I shouldn't read it. Maybe
so
later.
you're
I don't know.
gonna build your TBR for
Yeah, I think I'm gonna plan my TBR for the final sprint. I think I have a couple of comments. Elena, I'm gonna study in a minute. Just took a shower, then we get some coffee with creamer. Good for you. I hope your study is going well. I can't remember when I last studied for something, so
work.
for I guess yeah, research is I guess that's also studying.
But grades aren't
Um, Yeah. Like I can remember the last time I took a test, like a proper graded test. I I think uni is the last time. I don't remember taking any other tests after that. So I will do that now. Yes. Hello, Bea. You're just in time for the last sprint. Well, kanina pa pala, na 20 minutes ago. So I'm not
if
sure
you're
if you're
still
still here. If you are, then let us know if you're gonna be reading. Yeah, I'm gonna be reading, studying, yes. Okay. Are you up to go to the next sprint?
yes. For
Last
the
sprint
last
of the day, reading sprint number 4. And happy reading, everyone. Final sprint. Hello.
Hello, hello.
So how was reading?
More mysterious
Still slow?
things. No answers, more questions.
Still slow? No.
It's starting to pick up. It's now 41%. So,
Almost halfway.
yeah. I feel like I'll still read after the
Mm.
sprints when I'm in bed. Because I'm actually curious. Like, I have a lot of questions, but very low expectations.
Elena was reading Kiss Me Annabelle by Eloisa
Ah,
James.
okay. Sounds like a romance book. Uh,
What if it wasn't?
Horror book,
Horror.
Annabelle.
Annabelle. Ibang Annabelle pala. Okay. And I did not get far in my TBR planning. I was stuck on the prompt. It was such a difficult prompt. I'm not sure if you have suggestions. The prompt was read a book with a shield on the cover or in the title. Like I can't think of anything that's
Shield
not
in the
like a
cover.
super intense fantasy book or like a what do you call it? Like medieval
Wait,
fantasy.
it
So.
doesn't have to, but it's not, but like it's allowed to be a fantasy book.
It's okay. But I'm just like I'm trying not to read like all of those intense medieval fantasy books that I'm seeing with a shield. But I can't think of anything more recent with a shield.
A
Off the top of
shield.
my head, what I thought was a Song of Achilles because the
It's
special
a
edition
helm though.
thing,
Isn't it a helm?
the special edition thing is a shield. But I've already read that, so it doesn't count. I just searched for shield in
Mm.
Storygraph and it showed me this. I think it's fantasy romance that's called Shielded, but it's 4 weeks in my library. So I'm trying to find an alternative in case this doesn't come in time.
Shield. That's a very tough prompt.
Right? I, I was thinking, I'm thinking off the top of my head of recent books that are like more on the fantasy edge, but all I can see is like they have swords, they have
Yeah,
weapons, they
yeah,
have armor, but they don't have a shield. I checked the Discord. A lot of them are reading like Shield as in Marvel Shield because they're like, oh, I can't think of anything. I'm just gonna read a cover.
So it can be like the word.
Yeah, it can be in the title or an actual shield. Ano kaya? Should I just watch Captain America? Excu- Excuses lang pala para mag-rewatch.
Yeah, it's mostly fantasy.
It's I'm not sure. Does this count as a shield? Like, because I have Magnolia Parks and there's a coat of arms in the cover. Does that count as a shield? Is that a shield?
It's like it's like a sigil. It could be if you try.
But then
You
at the
wanted
same
to.
time, do I want to read this book for a readathon? It's 500. It's 400 pages long, but it's like thick. I'm not sure if I want to read this one. I guess
Hmm.
that's a an alternative.
Yeah, even like with the books I've read, mostly swords, not
Diba? I
shields.
spent like 18 minutes of the sprint looking for shields. So funny nga, a lot of them, like there was this one suggestion, what's the name of the book? The John Gwyn, Gwyn, oh my god, how do you spell that name? Shadow of the Gods. And it's so funny because if you look at the cover of that book, it has a dragon. Like if you zoom in on the tiny, tiny, tiny human in the cover, like they're holding a shield, so it counts. But it's just so funny
Yeah,
because it's
yeah,
so
yeah.
tiny.
John Gwyn.
But then it's just
But
so
you have
sweet.
to zoom in because like the
Yeah, like
translation is very tiny.
Yeah, but they have a shield, so I guess it counts. But I don't know if I want to read this.
Ah, wait. I have a
Wait, they have
suggestion.
one?
I
Okay, tell
have
me.
Kings
Tell
of the
me.
Wild. Nicholas
Kings of the
Ames.
Wild. Kings of the
But the
Wild.
wild is WYLD. That's a fucking shield. That's a
WYLD.
fucking shield.
Okay. What is this? What is this? Oh my god, it's 544 pages long. Why?
It's it's super fun.
Is it
It's
good?
super fun. Like
Ah, you've read it. Okay,
one of
okay.
my favorites. One of my favorites ever. It's high
Sige.
fantasy,
I am
but
gonna put that as an
it's high
option. But
fantasy,
it's
but it's so fun and hilarious. It's really good.
okay, fine. I'm gonna add that as an
Oh my god, it
option.
just so
But
happened
it's
that I've
so
already read
long.
that. But it's a series though.
Like at this point I've given up. Like I just keep starting series.
But even Bran, I've asked Bran to read this. He also liked it.
Who likes it?
Hmm,
Okay,
yeah. It's
fine.
not
Is it does it read fast even though it's
it reads
544
fast.
pages
It
long?
reads
Is it
fast.
like it's
Like
just
it's
super
not
like the pacing?
it's not like like Way of Kings. It's not like Brandon Sanderson writing. It's
Okay.
actually like very fun. It's
I
quick
kind
to
of got
read.
that vibe because the tagline at the top is "The boys are back." It
It
doesn't
has
sound like
Michael
a
Buck
high fantasy
music
tagline.
references as well.
Okay. Sige, I will get the band back together for one last impossible mission. Okay. Okay, it sounds interesting. Fine, I'll add it. Okay. But it's so long.
Now
But
I'm excited. Now I'm excited for you to read it because like it's one of my favorites ever. It's really
okay.
good.
Now, tinanong na lang, naging, you have a recommendation for horror?
Horror. Oh
Yeah.
god.
I have two books. That one of them I know you've read. The
Which
Book
one?
Eaters.
Ah.
And then the other one is Horror Store by Grady Hendrix. But both of them I'm on hold
Ah,
for like a
I
bit.
hated that book.
Really? You did?
I mean, it's like like
I just I've been curious about this because it has the IKEA look, right?
exactly,
Like,
exactly.
is that why
Because
you
it
hate it?
does take place in a furniture store.
Yeah.
But I feel like I would have enjoyed it even more if I had the physical copy because like the
Mm.
illustrations would show like oh this is
So it's
like
illustrated
description on like how to
in
build furniture.
it's illustrated like the actual book.
Yeah, it's illustrated, but like there are
It's
still
kind of
more words.
gimmicky. Kind of
There's
gimmicky.
still more words. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So I gave it 3 stars, but I'm like, ugh, it's more of like I want to be done with this already. Like,
Okay. So, give me a horror
um,
recommendation.
fuck.
Gusto ko yung ano eh, tinanong na lang kita kasi hindi
Ah,
ako
I feel
magtanong.
like an easy one would be a Junji Ito book
But then,
or a short one.
ano,
Night of the Mannequins by Stephen Graham Jones.
okay, I'm checking Libby. Both of those you've read? Night
Yes.
of the what? The mannequins.
Huh? Why is this under horror?
Which one?
Oh, I have like
Oh,
a BL manga. I was like, huh?
horror. Wait, for Night of the Mannequins, do you think it would work as an audiobook? Because it only has the audiobook on Libby.
Ah,
Works. And it's
I
only 3 hours? Is it
yeah,
super
it's very
short?
short. It's very short. It's like
Okay,
130
let's
pages.
they have 52 copies of 52 available.
If you're not easily queasy with things,
Mm.
maybe Tender is the Flesh. So it's like horror dystopia.
Okay. Then there is isn't that the one with the cannibalism?
Yes. There are no longer animals around.
Then
So
there so the meat is humans. Okay, then there is
yes.
the flesh. Then there is the flesh. Why is it only audiobook? What? What? Then there is the flesh. Audiobook as
So
well.
these are it's also quite short.
Does this work audiobook?
I
This is,
think so.
bakit?
I think so.
Just gonna please hold 1 week. Wait. Okay.
I've
Sige,
also
fine.
been hearing good things about the troop, Nick Cotter. That's also on my TBR, but I haven't read it yet.
Okay, the
It's a
truth.
nominee for best horror.
Oh, this year? Is this new?
No, 2014 pa.
The truth. Why is it not on Libby? What? The truth. The troop as in TROOP?
Yes.
The troop. View results. Okay. Oh, bakit di siya lumalabas? Ito. Nick Cutter. Okay. Once a year, troop of boys, Canadian wilderness. Oh, okay. Human carrier of a bioengineered nightmare. Okay. Interesting. Sige, let us add that to my possibilities. Okay.
Else have I?
Is there, what's the other? Okay. I have a random tarot generator prompt. What is wings? Okay. I'm trying to fit city of whatever is the third book in the thing. City of what is it?
Which one?
City
City
of
of?
what's the third book? City of glass.
As in
Does it
Cassandra
have?
Clare?
Yeah, kasi na-borrow ko na eh. Ano siya? Alam mo, itong series na to, parang hindi ko alam. I keep reading it, but I don't like, I haven't liked any of the books that I read, but I just keep on
Guilty
reading.
pleasure.
Yeah. Or hindi nga pleasure eh. More of like, I started it. Parang feeling ko I'm admitting defeat if I stop reading. So I'm like,
What's wrong with accepting defeat?
I don't know. 100% done with the book.
Ah,
Okay. Gotta go now. Bye, Elena. I'm sorry you didn't get to say
that's okay.
goodbye because we were
Ah,
chatting.
take
Ngayon,
care.
sabi mo
We'll
na
see you again next
kinabas.
time.
Yes, thank you for joining us. Okay, I think I have a good amount of recommendations. I
All the
will
prompts are good. I mean, all
what?
good.
Sorry. With the
Are you
prompts.
all
I
good?
have yeah. I actually work because one of the prompt is random tarot generator. Then I have to like whatever symbols and images I get from the
Mm.
random tarot, it should be in the thing. So it I got like I don't know what tarot card this is, but it has wings, it has a cup and water and stuff. So it kind of fits with City of Glass. With all with
If you wanted
we'll see.
to.
If I wanted to, it fits. It has a
Yeah.
background. This one has a background. It fits. I
Oh,
don't
I'm
know, but yeah.
excited for Kings of the Wild. It's been a
Yeah, I
while.
think is it available now? I haven't actually checked. Because now I got excited because you are super excited about it. Kings of the Wild. Is it available now? Please tell
I
me.
already have like the second book. I just haven't read
Ah,
it
it's
yet.
a series. Oh my
Yeah, it's a
god, it's
series,
6
but
week wait.
it's what?
Why? 6 weeks? Why? Let's check in here.
Kings of the Wild.
Kings.
On Libby.
Yeah. Kings of the Wild. Okay, anyway, I'll just borrow it and we'll see. Maybe it will arrive. I'll just put a hold.
Kings of the Wild. Ah, you're trying to get the walang audiobook.
Yeah. Anyway, I need to feed my dogs.
Yeah.
So we shall end the sprint here. Thank you for everyone who joined us today. And sorry we were a bit very chatty, especially in the beginning. Um, for the next sprint, I think we're gonna read Mockingjay, right?
Yes.
So for the next sprint, we are
We're
gonna
ready.
wow. For the next sprint, as part of our Hunger Games read along, we are gonna be reading Mockingjay, the third book in the series. So if you wanna read together with us, whatever book you're reading, it will be on Pam Shenanigans channel. Her channel link is in the description. Why is it her channel is in the description? Hindi na marunong mag-YouTube. Her channel is linked in the description box below. So make sure to follow and we'll just let you know on Instagram when we're gonna go live. Yeah, reading Mockingjay, and then
The
we also
Discord.
have a
The,
Discord channel. I'll add a link to the description, but that's where we can chat. And actually, not just Hunger Games, we can chat anything, but we have a specific Hunger Games chat. See, my dogs are hungry. So we have a specific Hunger Games chatter. So if you want to talk to us about Hunger Games, join the Discord. Bye. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
thank
My dogs
you.
are getting angry. Bye.
Bye.
And podcast.